we have here is 2018 OB16 that comes standard with the EPO3 rudder blade, and I'm going to show you some of the features of this and how it should properly be used. So there's really two positions for the rudder, all the way up and all the way down. Anything in between is really not going to deliver the best steering feel. So this is the up position. Put this down, you raise this, lower the rudder blade down, and right here we have a cam. This cam is a rotating piece that engages on a metal plate inside the upper casting and locks the rudder into the down position. So you'll hear here there's a snap, okay, and now the rudder is down. You can see here how tight the upper and lower castings fit together, and when I raise this, now the rudder is all the way down. What's important to note here as well is when the rudder is down and when it's properly fitted to the boat, you don't want anything wiggling. So you can see here, this rudder blade has been tuned and shimmed so it does not wiggle side to side, it does not wiggle front to back. If the rudder doesn't fit well in the system and everything wiggles around, it's simply not going to steer well. Right? So here, this is the tiller crossbar that connects the two rudders. Fits on the top here. This fitting right here is called the Hobie 20 tiller connector system. Originally introduced with the Hobie 20, but it's had standard production on all the Hobie Cat boats for many years now. It's really very simple to use. It uses this little bungee with this little clip that goes on the top and simply locks it in place. It's really easy to assemble and disassemble. Now to change the toe in and toe out, if this piece is threaded, it's really easy to just simply thread it in and thread it out to adjust that. On the older systems, you had to use a screwdriver, unloosen a screw, and push it in and out. And that still works fine, but this is just a much cleaner, much simpler system that works well all the time. Okay, so the cam here inside the lower casting is attached to a spring-loaded plunger. So there's a cam, a plunger, a spring, and a set screw. This controls the tension on the rudder blade so that the rudder stays down. The system is designed, though, to release the rudder if you hit an object or when you're coming into the beach. These are beach catamarans. They were designed to be sailed on and off the beach. So as the way the system was originally designed to be used, as you sailed into the beach, if you hit the bottom, the rudder would release and would kick up. This is a really great convenience for you coming in and out of the beach. And it's properly adjusted, it works perfectly like that. These parts inside here, however, require maintenance. And that really is the critical issue that comes along. People don't maintain their boats. The parts stop working over years. They're plastic parts, they do wear out over time, but really the critical thing is keeping them clean and keeping them lubricated. When they're not lubricated, they're not clean, is when you start to get into trouble and the rudder doesn't release properly. The other thing that can happen if the system is too loose is the rudder can release prematurely. So you could just be sailing along in some breezy conditions and the rudder will just suddenly kick up for no reason at all, which usually results in a really bad experience in terms of your steering. So you adjust the tension, and we'll show you how to do that to get your rudder set to the proper release tension. Now to bring the rudder up, you can pull firmly on the tiller arm, like so. The rudder will come up. Okay? Same thing will happen if there's an impact along the bottom as you're coming in and you hit the bottom, the rudder will automatically release itself to relieve the tension on the bottom. The consequences of this, if the rudder is set too tight, the cam is set too tight and the rudder doesn't release when you hit the bottom, consequences of that is you're going to have damage somewhere to the rudder blade or the back of the boat or the rudder pin in the rudder system. So you want this adjusted properly so it works every time. When the system is adjusted properly, it gives you a really good steering feel and improves your sailing of the year. Okay, so what I want to show here is just really a close-up of the parts here. So here you can see the lower casting. This is what's called the rudder cam. The rudder cam is held in with this pin Right inside of here, there is a plunger that goes down inside in some internal parts with a spring and a set screw. This piece rotates, okay, and this little hook engages on a metal plate which is inside the upper rudder casting to lock the rudder down. The plunger seats right in this little recessed area when it's in a lockdown position. And right in here is where you want to do the lubrication. That's the moving parts right there. So you can see here, this is the upper rudder casting now, and here you can see the metal plate that engages on the hook to lock the rudder down.